Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Top 300 Mythic, we're playing Mardu. I tried to make a Mardu deck. I couldn't really find one that I wanted to play. Angels kind of suck, Croxa and Kunaros kind of sucks. Push-pull, I was like, we could remake the Lich-Knights Conquest deck, but make it Mardu instead with push-pull, but I tried it for a bit and didn't really fall in love with it. The sorcery speed, destroy target creature, just doesn't hit quite the same way it should compared to instant interaction like Go for the Throat or Nowhere to Run. And then the 6 mana pull half looks cool, you know, solves the haste issue I was trying to solve with the last video, but 6 mana is more expensive. It makes sense. They put 2 cards in one, they had to make them a little bit weaker, but it didn't quite feel right. So we're back to Grixis again, because I had a lot of fun playing this deck, and you guys seem to have a lot of comments and enjoyed it too. There are 2 key changes I made based on your feedback, which I definitely appreciate. One of you guys named like Vumval Banane said you should play Valgavoth's Lair, the enchantment land, because you can sack the enchantment land to Lich-Knights Conquest and get an extra reanimator target. I like that. We're going to try that out today. I'm very excited to make space for it. I took out 4 Cavernous Souls. I mean, we got a lot of non-avatars in here. We got some dinosaurs we want to cast. We got some dogs we want to cast, and plenty of instant sorcery. So I think we'll drop Cavernous Souls, put it in. It is another tap land, but I think it will be okay. The other change I made is I did take out the 1 copy of Boiler Builders I was running to put in a second copy of Enduring Courage for that haste effect. I am very excited for this. I want to see this pop off. I have high expectations. I think if we reanimate this or have this out in the battlefield in any capacity and reanimate some things and go to town with haste, it's going to be incredibly effective. I do appreciate the other comments. I did have a ask for if there are any 1-drop removal spells that would leave behind a body. People said there's Tithing Blade and 2-drop slot I could play. There's also the Witch's Vanity. You could play both these leave behind bodies. You could sack for the Lich-Knights Conquest. I think we're good as we are, but I do appreciate it. Last comment where people were like, yeah, you should just get rid of blue, just play Rakdos. I think I like the Flood Pits. I do. They were like, yeah, you could just run Fear of Missing Out, which is pretty reasonable. This is a discard a card, draw 1, and this is a draw 2, discard 1. So they're not that different, but I don't know. I like the Overlord. It's a good 3-drop. And I think it's going to be more impactful than Fear of Missing Out, although I could understand, especially if you're tight on rares, why you might just put that in. I think you'd be just fine. Here we go. This is day 2 of Editor being on his honeymoon somewhere. I'm not really sure where. Hopefully he's having a grand old time. And we're running back Grixis Conquest. I'm very excited. I had a really fun time playing this the other day, so hopefully it goes well today too. It's kind of wild how fast you D-rank overnight. Like, I guess there are just people who are playing like, I don't know, 8 hours a day or something. It's constantly playing. I don't think I'd really be interested in that lifestyle. Seems like a lot. See, we're already at 318. We're at like, 100 yesterday, I feel like. Okay. Tap land into removal. Seems decent. We can keep this. We'll get the single blue down. But we'll take some pain lands off of some mainland damage for a while. It's Boros with a really slow claw. Cool. Yeah, I think we'll attempt to go for through at some point. They do obviously have stick here, so it could be a Shard Mage's Rescue. We'll just do our best. If they tap out on white on their turn to hexproof, we could always go for throw on our turn. That's nice. Let's see what else they play here. I'll see if they level it up. I think they want to cast it. Let's take 1 more point of damage. It's okay. What else you got? Okay, I do think they want to rescue. No, they don't. Interesting. So we could Overlord here and just set up for the Zombify, which is a little bit risky, but we do have 17 life to play with, so I think I'm down for it. Alright, mill me something juicy. Come on, baby. Okay, great. There's some stuff down there. We'll take next black for now. Opponent with stick could have a lightning strike-esque effect here. Shamafa thinking long and hard. Yeah, we can zombify in the Bailmark. Oh, you know the other card I was thinking about putting in is actually the Pixie. So I was like, Mill, get back Reanimator spell seems like an obvious inclusion at instant speed, pairs well with everything. Couldn't really figure out what to cut for it. Like, you could cut the Flood Pits for that, and that reduces the reliance on double blue. I don't think that'd be that bad. Could be okay. Opponent roping us out here. I don't know what they're doing. I guess we'll go to the comments, see if there's anything. Most of these things are about. Let's see. Did you guys like the Toxic video? I was testing it out in the play queue. What was I doing differently? I didn't. Oh, I had the 3-mana white 1/4 with Toxic that takes an artifact or creature your opponent controls with 3 mana or less and exiles it. It's like the Toxic Infiltrator or something to that effect. So I was like, man, it's probably good against mono red. Like, you know, we want some more removal in there besides Shelter by Ghosts. It wasn't going well. It felt like it was going to be a bad video. It felt like I was going to get smoked. And then it ended up being a pretty good day. I think we went like 5-1 with that deck. Just lost the first game and then won the next 4. It's pretty fun. Opponent appears to be roping us out here. Let's see if you guys left any comments on the Bant video. Some people like the unedited videos. It's they're a little more intimidating to make, I would say. Because if I make an egregious mistake, like a really embarrassing mistake, usually it's at the end of a long game. If I play like a 15-minute game and I lose because of one mistake at the end, sometimes I won't show those videos. I'll cut them because I'm so fucking pissed. I just like don't want you guys to see that I made a mistake that bad after like a 15-minute slog. It doesn't happen that often, but it is one of the benefits of editing is like, if there are unflattering moments for me, I don't have to show them to the world. I can keep them squirreled away in the trash bin of my computer. But opponent's doing a whole lot of nothing here. I mean, we could zombify. We could also just drop this guy, which I think is reasonable, and everything else will come in with haste. But I think they have essentially DC'd, or they're doing whatever the fuck they're doing. Who knows what they're doing? Yeah, it's a little more intimidating to just film raw. It's actually one of the reasons I don't stream. I think this is an interesting issue with kind of my, not approach to the channel, but early on, the thing I was most excited to do that was different from what other people were doing was the engineering video where I rewrote the game and then wrote an optimization program to, you know, play the game and optimize the cards in it. And I thought that'd be really cool, and I thought people would follow and watch me after that. And that's not what happened. Everyone liked that video, and then nobody watched my daily videos after that. It didn't actually accumulate as many daily viewers as I thought. People only wanted that specific type of content. But the other thing I think it did for my channel is I think it really attracted the super tryhards, the people that like really care about optimizing to the max and really are not very gracious when I made mistakes. And so I would get a lot of negative comments if I made a single mistake in a game. People would be all up in my grill in the comments, and it doesn't really feel good to have randos on the internet harassing you for making mistakes for a game that I play like an hour a day, right? Like most of the filming I do historically has been in the hour between going to the gym in the morning and going to work. I would say I'm a very solid casual player. So it kind of sucks that people shit on you all day for like, I'm like making these videos and you guys enjoy them. Like, I gotta make mistakes sometimes. It's okay, man. You don't gotta rip me a new one for that. I kept it without really thinking. It looks like it's okay. I just saw some colors. I saw the mana looks good, and I was talking to you, and we actually have a decent curve here. Alright, let's get Millen. Mr. Winnie. My point with that is that I have a low desire to stream. Do we get anything good? We have an Overlord down there. Because I don't want to get harassed live if I make mistakes, which happens, because I'm not a pro player. Just a random guy on the internet who plays Magic the Gathering. Sometimes I hit number 2 Mythic, you know. It's not like I'm a bad player. I'm a good player. I'm also not always playing at 100% speed. Like when I'm trying to push for number 2 Mythic, I'm kind of on it. Like I turn on the competitive mode, but a lot of the time I'm playing. We're just playing for fun. I'm playing a different deck. Like, I know I'm going to lose some matches. Alright, they're roughly tapped out, so we can get a Zombify here. I think we will cut this down. We'll save Go for the Throat for bigger targets. No stick there, that's nice. We have the untapped land for the Zombify. This charming music in the background is really throwing me off. No stick at all. So we can bring you back to the hand, which I guess is okay, because I don't have anything else to do, really. This must be like Bloomburrow, right? Is that what these things... Holy... What is that guy doing? Just pulled a balloon out of his throat. What else he's got down there? Just in his mask. He's got a chair on his back. I don't even know what kind of creature that is. Soul Partition. We do not have our Cavern of Souls. I wonder if we can play you for 2 or for 4. I guess I wouldn't mind the Enduring Courage actually sticking. What's more valuable? I think I want the Courage to stick. Let's attempt this. To counter it, it's okay. I'll play you on black or red. Maybe we'll go red here. Alright. It's time, Belmerk. Next pick lock, there is an Oculus. It's too bad there's no upkeep stop you can set to stop the Oculus from getting their Manifest trigger. Like, at least with Sheldred, you can do that. But in this case, there's not. A lot of land, my dude. But we can double spell for what it's worth. I think we'll go ahead and handle this now. Make sure it gets done. And we are flipping the Belmerk this coming turn. And subsequent creatures will have haste. Alright, Oculus returns, comes in tapped. Moment of Truth, only 1 mana open. That's weird. What? Is that an accidental? I think that was a shame scoop, right? I was not, my hopes were not that high for this game. I thought we might lose that. You know, we had just land in hand. Fully prepared to lose that game. Opponent just throws it with the 2/2 attack out of nowhere. Okay, that's cool. I guess we could drop Dr. Ruckus lore. I did ask, one of these videos, and people actually did ask for specific Dr. Ruckus lore. I don't remember which one it was. Let's go through the Bant deck first. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, the unedited. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you like them unedited or edited? Preference? I mean, I have to fill the space. I have to find things to talk about if we're going to do unedited videos. Mana looks okay. We're on the draw. We got removal. Yeah, we keep this. We'll make it work. I don't know why we're holding priority. Maybe they think we'll have a... Oh, that's interesting. This is cards, you don't really see it that often. Up to 1 other target artifact creature planeswalker an opponent controls, but not an enchantment, loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has base power and toughness 2/2. I don't think we're worried about this right now. I think we could just progress our game plan. I just Bailmerk. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think we'll deal with it later. I guess one reason to deal with it now is that potentially they can flash in the Kaito, and that'll be its whole own issue to deal with. If we were to go back in time, I might do that. Well, it's a different kind of Kaito.
There's nothing I can't steal.
Alright, they get the draw discard. That's okay, that's going to happen either way.
They'll never see us
Ooh,
coming.
they are Reanimator, and their reanimation's going to go a bit bigger than ours. So that's interesting. It's got 5 loyalty.
And forward.
Well, we could Carnosaur this guy. They can't counter the discard, which is nice. I don't think. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage, player put a loyalty counter on Kaito. Okay, so I just want to do that before combat. I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we can't really do a whole lot else. It's a removal spell of some sort this turn. Either Nowhere to Run or Carnosaur. If we are worried about the other Kaito getting ninjutsu'd in, then we should deal the damage. I'm guessing before blocks, right? It's if it's unblocked, is that when you can flash it in? Build that many cards. Okay. Any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. I don't know if we do this now, does it prevent the draw discard? I'm thinking no. But I'm certainly willing to try. Oh, it does. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so we can either set up for the Lich-Knights Conquest, or we can play the Flood Pits. But there's a decent chance with the draw discard we actually hit an untapped land anyway. So I think we'll be a bit greedy here. And we will see if it gets countered. When it does have 2 mana suspiciously open, there's no stick at all. We do have the untapped land. We can probably bin 2 more red. Now we're good on stuff in general. Cool, so no counterspell that turn. They will get they're definitely gonna get this attack off though. Mill that many cards, we put any more legendary enchantment cards. But we're hoping our Lich-Knights Conquest just big. Oh, they do have the Kaito now. I think they did not have it last turn. Maybe. But they're roughly tapped out.
I've seen scarier things. Your secrets
What happens if this guy gets up to 7?
Your secrets
He's at
won't be
7.
hidden for long.
Oh, yeah, it's a 9. Whenever a player casts a spell, create a ninja. That's got to be answered very soon. Well, they didn't have the counterspell last turn, so I'm thinking we'll resolve the Lich-Knights Conquest. We will see if they even play Spell Stutter in their very weird deck. They might not have space for that kind of stuff. They tap out anyway. Okay, it's the untapped land. And I think we're just going straight for the Carnosaur here. We definitely want you. And I guess we take more draw discard. Because you don't have the next reanimator anyway. Zombify, cool, I'll take it. Overlord, let's go. Alright, nothing juicy down there. Draw discard, wow, it's a lot of land. Alright, one of the fast lands can certainly go. Certainly a big turn for us. That Kaito's real close to 9 loyalty though. Oh, their own Zombify. It's not great. So Nowhere to Run gets through that, which is incredible. I don't want to admit this to you guys. I don't want to admit it. I shit on this card so much. In my research for statistics, proving that Balemark is in fact the worst of the Overlords. Oh, hold on. So there's another comment that I want to address. People were saying that I was claiming it was the worst card in Standard. That's not what I meant, and you know that's not what I meant. The worst card in Standard is probably some obscure rare, mythic rare that's meant for Commander that has no impact. It's going to be a 10 mana card that does nothing, but you know makes a lot of mana or something that's very good Commander. That'll be the worst card in Standard. What I mean is the worst card that people still try to make work. And I still stand behind that for the Balemark, even though we've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I still don't think it's very good in general. Alright, so we kill yeah, this is a fantastic turn for us. It's just gotta be this though. Nowhere to Run with a 2/2. And then just zap the other one. And then go to town. Beautiful. Auto pay. Looks good to me. Whew, that's sexy. Okay. I think we'll try to reduce these a little bit. I mean, we're doing pretty well on resources. Oh, there's the hasty boy. Okay. I mean, we don't have a reanimator, so I think we'll keep bidding fast lands here. Do we want anything in the graveyard? What are we going to cast this coming? We're going to cast Carnosaur. If we landed into the Zombify, we might want this card down there. But I don't think I'm ready to commit to that yet. Alright, let's get you down on, I don't know, black. I guess red. Doesn't matter. Anyway, in my research the other day, I do feel pretty confident that the Baelmark is certainly the worst of the Overlords, and by not a small margin, by a very large margin. But in looking at the stats for Nowhere to Run, I could come to no conclusion that this card is not a fantastic removal spell compared to the other removal spells. It had higher win rates in any kind of category on Untapped GG, even compared to Go for the Throat, which baffles me because this kills 6/6 demons and this doesn't. So I'm definitely willing to admit when I'm wrong. I'm not willing to come to a conclusion yet. But but off the bat, this card seems to be much better than I was giving it credit for, which is okay. It's okay to be wrong. The goal is not to be right all the time. The goal is to get better.
They'll never see us coming.
All right. Are we just Carnosauring here? See if we hit anything else juicy. I mean, you yourself do not have haste. I think we give the Carnosaur a go. Let's just see what else there is to see here. Sure. How are we doing on decking ourselves? 30 cards left. We'll keep that in mind. Next Carnosaur down there. We don't have the ability to reanimate, so we'll take it. Who's more annoying? You can tap stuff down. You get to draw a discard every turn. Surveil too. I guess maybe this one's more impactful. At some point we just go face, turn them sideways. I'm not aware that that's yet. Yeah, they go for the ninja effect. That's interesting. How many of these freaking Kaitos they got? They're truly Kaito tribal. I mean, we almost have lethal here. Like, we're demonstrating lethal. Good game. We got him. The scoop.
You go low, I'll go high.
They hit for 4. I mean, we're happy to block here. Even if they have Nowhere to Run to kill it or trade or something, it's not a big deal. We have lots of resources to go. I think we ranked up 1 rank off of that. No, it went from 265 to 249. Yeah, I mean, I think one thing I was underestimating about Nowhere to Run is that the first copy that hits the battlefield is really good because then it turns on everything else. I think I was probably underestimating that because I didn't really play it that much. So I don't think I think I kind of wrote it off very early and thus never experimented with it. And so never came to that conclusion. Whereas this deck is really the first time I'm playing Nowhere to Run for the most part because I need it for the combo. And it's now very obvious that once that first copy comes down, then all the Go for the Throats get turned on against everything, which is really quite nice. So I will admit when I'm wrong. So far, the statistics are against me on this card. I'm not giving it up completely because I still think 6/6 demons are very important to be able to combat efficiently and effectively. So it'd just be Monstrous Rage. We can get through that. So I think we'll save the Nowhere to Run here, right? There's no other pump spell? I don't think people play other pump spells. I'm pretty sure they don't. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I always forget if there's one that gives you like +2/+2 and trample. I don't know if people play that or not. Okay. Alright, let's see if you have a toughness increasing instant. That one. That's the one I was worried about. We could have just killed it on our turn. This is why you run Go for the Throat. I told you. This card's terrible. I hate this card. All right, we're not running into that mistake again. I told you guys. I guess we'll cycle there. That's so bad. That's so bad, right? I told you. Nah, I'm right. I'm right. This card sucks. I told you. Yeah, Dreadmaw's Ire. You don't see it that often, but I know I'm vaguely aware that exists. That's actually interesting for us. Not a huge fan of that. That might just run us down. We have the Zombify, though, on time. Let's go. Game over, baby. Come on. Gimme... We'll put it in hand. Well, we got blocks for days. I'll take this block, I think. I mean, I don't want to take the damage. Monstrous Rage is +3. If they want to blow another pump spell on it, fine. I mean, I'd rather lose the Carnosaur than take, you know, 7-8 damage. The next Carnosaur. I think we try to Flood Pits and hit an untapped land. Lose 1 pain land damage. Hold open, nowhere to run. Okay, ow. Down to 10. Do we attack is a question. They didn't play any creatures last turn. Don't hit it. I mean, we have infinite removal here. I'm not aware that we need all of it to win. So I could be wrong about that. I think we're going no attacks here. Okay. Oh, I wonder if they held on to all those pump spells. Yeah, this turn's gonna hurt. This turn's gonna hurt a lot. We could lose right here. I would not be surprised. Okay. 6. Oh, it's just that? Okay. To 4. Just that, I say. Oh, and they sack it and Sellsword. Yeah. I mean... lesson learned, I guess. Even against this specific mono red, if they could possibly play the +2/+2, you have to know where to run on your turn. It's so insane that that's what standard is like, that you can't even hold removal spells for your opponent's turn because they either have hexproof or their pump spells are big enough to actually escape what you want to do. You just end up playing all your instants on your own turn. That kind of defeats the purpose of instants. I don't love that. You're not rewarded for waiting and thinking and trying to figure out what your opponent's going to do first. Like, you don't get any advantage of waiting for information. Epic Heart. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can get a red going. We'll take pain land damage for a while, but I think we'll do it anyway. Just in case we hit that sweet Carnosaur on time. We haven't gotten a hasty win yet. I'm still waiting for that hasty win. It's another flaw of, ooh, let's see if they take the Reanimator or they go for the Throat. I'm curious. Of the content creation process is that, maybe there's like some cool combo I want to show you. But if I don't draw it, I can't show it in the video. And then people get mad. They'll get mad in the comments. It's like, you talked about it in the intro. We never got to play it. I'm like, I know. I wanted to play it too. It just didn't happen. I cannot control what cards I draw. I can only control how many hours I play. And there are only so many hours I'm willing to play. At some point, I'm just like, yeah, I want to do something else with my life. I don't want to spam the same deck for the 100th time just to hope to hit, you know, one specific thing. So we hope we hit the Hasty Boy combo. I would love to see it, but it might not happen. And that's okay. Okay, no removal. Lots of tap lands. I mean, do we need double anything besides blue? We just need double blue. Let's get this one down. That's okay. Try to save some life. There's plenty of removal in the deck, so I'm fully expecting to get back this Overlord. Currently in the graveyard, we just have the Yeah, we're gonna need some removal fast. Could lose as soon as next turn. That ain't it. Oh baby, we gotta turn on full control. We can't let him know that we got Jack here. We'll take second red. Whoa, what the? Yeah, submit that. Okay. Alright, this could be game on the spot. We hold full control, we pretend. If they just go turn 4 Bloodlight of Alcazaz, then yeah, we whiffed with 0 removal spells. No, okay. We do live one more day. But it's not looking good for us, I'll tell you that. They whiff on the land. So we have to Lich-Knight here. It's not the end of the world, so let's go. So if we sack the land, it's not ideal. We could do that next turn. Because we only have a fast land left. I mean, milling would be really good here, right? For the next Lich-Knight's Conquest. This thing's gonna die. Still, the mill is... We already know what we want to cast. So ideally we mill a whole bunch of good creatures here. We get one more. So we could Lich-Knight's Conquest, sack both lands. And then, I don't know, try to go from there. We're on really steep back foot here. Annex, they're stuck on land. They play the long game. We could definitely block here and sack both lands. And just draw into more lands off the Overlord. Like, I don't hate that at all. I don't really want to drop any lower. Do we have time for that? I mean, it makes for an even better Lich-Knight's Conquest. I don't think it's that bad. I think it puts in a surprising amount of work. We just want black open. I mean, I think the more enchantments we have, the more explosive this Lich-Knight's Conquest could go crazy. We're down to 5. And we will have some flying. There's a Carnosaur too. We want to leave pretty much everything down there. I mean, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 enchantments here. 1, 2, 3... I mean, we got stuff down there. We're declining. Next turn's gonna be big. We'll play out the land because we're about to lose 2 of them. Alright, commenter V-Vol Banana. It's your time to shine, baby. Oh, we dropped to 1. We dropped to 0. Shit. That sucks. We're about to do the thing. It's gonna be pretty epic, but no removal in the first, like, 8 turns or whatever. It's not so helpful. I'm having fun. I'm gonna keep going. Maybe this might be a longer video. I like this deck. Feels like once in a blue moon you stumble upon a deck and you're like, huh, this plays different and feels different from everything else we're doing. Like the Gruul Delirium deck. I love that deck. Doesn't feel like anything else you can play in Standard. It's got overstatic creatures, you know, 2 mana 3/3s, 3 mana 4/6s, 1 mana 3/3s. It's not doing mono red, there's no mice, just hits different. On the play, looks good here. We'll keep it. We'll definitely leave open red. Alright, opponent's strategy to chill. Have we played this guy today? I don't think I like this music. This, like, chill, Bloombarrow, happy days music. I just want the epicness. So are they pixies? Are they just Rakdos sack? We do have a lot of land. We like 4 lands, though. I might just been torch. I mean, we kind of have our game plan set here. Alright, mill up. Creature down there, we have no reanimation target yet. I think we're good to leave it down there. We'll get there. We'll go flip its next turn and try to get some action for the Carnosaur. But yeah, my first my first ever Magic set was actually Throne of Eldraine. And oh man, what are we discarding here? We could discard the Belmerk. Facilitates all the things. We could get rid of the land, but we're gonna need those lands to do all the important things. We draw more, though. Let's do this. We'll hit more land. Alright, draw 2, discard 1. There's a land. I think we'll keep bending the torches. Could double spell next turn if we had to. Assuming they don't discord again. First set ever was Throne of Eldraine for me. Raids. Sack an enchantment. How do you feel about that? We could totally sack one of these guys and not be too upset about it. Not give them the satisfaction of the draw. Maybe the Bailmark goes. No extra draw for you. Yeah, it was a sealed league at Google, my employment. And I came for the very last... Oh, that's nice. Into the Carnosaur? Yeah, I think that's fine. Just trying to lose too much life against them. Removal's good. Free 5 mana 5/3 draw discard is very good. We'll want one of these lands. And so I arrived in the last week of the competitive 10-week season before the top 16 playoffs. And so I opened 9 packs of cards, and one of them had the Great Henge. And so that was my introduction to Magic the Gathering, was with the Great Henge. And so I had a black and green deck with like the Great Henge. What else would be in there? I might have had one Edgewall Innkeeper. I might have had some like random adventures, like the green card. Maybe a 3-mana 1/3 that you could pay 1 mana to make a mana of any color, so mana fix, and end of the battlefield, it's like a 3-mana 1/3 you could tap to make a mana of any color, something like that, some mana fixing stuff. I had the Lockmere Serpent, blue and black. I splashed, a couple blue lands, and a good amount of mana fixing in the deck. And my first game ever was against Embercleave, and I didn't know what the card did. I read it. The opponent had exiled it with like some knights that you can tap it and exile the top card of your library. We don't need it this coming turn. We are also low on life. If we hit the big reanimator still, we're going to be sad. But it doesn't have to get hit right now. I don't know that I want to get more cards. That's pretty nice. Let's see if they block. I kind of think they won't. Do you think they can sack stuff at instant speed? Is there any reason to wait for them? Yeah, I guess they have the sorcery speed. So let's go and do this now. No stick. Opponent's being weird. Down to 14. So the guy exiled. He was super nice. He knew that I was a noob. He was playing white and red with like some knights and some weird flying 2-mana 2/2 fox that got flying. He had an artifact and some weird artifact to use to sack stuff. I was pissed off that all those creatures could fly. It seemed very unfair to me at the time. This guy have removal? He's dead here. But he exiled Embercleave off the top of his deck, so I had the chance to read it. And it might have been a whole turn that went by, and I was like, okay, so you can flash it in, it gets +1/+1. It's not a big deal. I don't know, it seems okay. Yeah, we'll take you to hand, I guess, because we have plenty of other stuff to reanimate. We have something else to reanimate. I'll take the removal spell. We'll take it. And so I didn't fully grasp what was about to happen to me. And then he flashes it in on a Rimrock Knight. And his 3/1 became a 4/2 double strike trample. And I was like, oh, double strike? So I just can't block for the rest of the game? Is that what you're telling me? And he was like, yeah, basically. I was like, oh, this sucks. This is a good card. And my Great Henge was no match. And I lost 2-0. And we played a third game just for fun. And I might have lost that one too, or won that one. I can't remember. All right. Hope this game's not over. We're sitting on the removal spell, though. I don't feel too bad about that. Working up to 6 lands for the Carnosaur. And then the next game was against someone who beat me hastily. Zombify, nice. We got a... Oh, we took the Carnosaur. But that's okay. We'll just get back a random Bailmerk, I think, or Flood Pits, even better. Get that draw discard going. Either hit the land for the Carnosaur, or discard the Carnosaur if we have the Reanimator. We'll see what happens here. Could probably been nowhere to run. I mean, we're looking strong here. Second game, yeah, he ran me over with Grumgully, the red 3-mana red and green. It might have been a 3-mana 3/3, and every other non-human like either enters with an additional +1 counter and then limited sealed. Like, just made everything overstated. I really had no way out of that. This is feeling eerily familiar. Oh, they're gonna sack it. Final Vengeance. That's good. We got the Carnosaur coming. It's only getting worse from here, friend. More land. That seems busted, right? Hopefully. How much stuff we got down here? We just have one Overlord. 25 cards left. I might just take this one. I mean, this one's gonna flip for free. Well, mill 4? That's a lot of cards to mill. I think this should be sufficient to win. But we do mill a lot. Return to hand or leave down there. I don't know. We'll take the removal spell. Maybe we'll win it. I mean, the game's about wrapped up here. We have essentially 4 5/5s. And opponent has a single forward, single card man. Alright, I think we'll kind of wrap it up here. I'm playing 41s. I don't feel like playing too much more. These games haven't been crazy interesting. I was looking forward to some hasty, enduring, whatever, but it just didn't happen today. Anyway, to finish off, he beat me like 2-0, which I was not happy about, because that was my second match of Magic, and I thought I'd be much better than my first. And so, we played one more game, and he was like, we'll switch it up, we'll do something fun. And he played like 4 or 5 colors with every rare giant you could imagine. He had like 2 Bone Crusher giants, and the white Realm Crush giant, and I don't know what other Beanstalk giant, and just annihilated me playing. Like, I was like, how are you hitting all your land drops? How are you playing all of these cards? They're all of different mana values. And so those were my first 2 matches of Magic, both L's. Throne of Eldraine. My point is, I like Throne of Eldraine music. I like that set. This Bloomburrow happy, go fun, lucky, you know, flute music or whatever. Not doing it for me. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.